Today, the 10th of June 2020. We want for Leone table the conversation with the Minister of Finance, Jusu Saffa, get this morning at 98.1. A lot of good things then did it? And there are some things then we I think we need for calling attention to. Say then kind thing then they no go make salon better GG's no. However, make we just go through the status update for today, the 10th of June, according to waiting the NACOVAC want for make me you know. Today then try na two different, almost the same updates we get, because then go Nabo and Kenema. 2 o'clock salon time, then be Nabo. 4 o'clock salon time, then be na Kenema. They say they want to take a trip at the provinces for do the daily updates, so that they go able for talk to people them where they under. Make themselves understand, make them carry the updates go na their own tongue them. They say they not go able go through the 16 districts, but at least then go try for cover 10 before then they come back at the capital city, Freetown. But I saw the numbers then we look today. They been conduct 248 tests. 248 tests now in then conduct. Out of that 248 day, 37 positive. 37 positive out of the 248 tests. If we break the 37 positive into districts, this now waiting it look like. Bombs 2, Kenema 4, Tonkolili 2, Western Area Rural 2, Western Area Urban 27. 27 for Freetown. The 7th, Freetown get 12, 8, 18, and the 9th, 11, today the 10th, 27. So, Freetown is the epicenter. I know say Kenema and be the challenger. Yesterday, Kenema get 9. Today, Kenema get 4. The last time we will record case na be the 7th. But we see Kono, Moyamba for this week. Kono, Moyamba, Western Area Rural, Western Area Urban. We really need for wake up and make we help for beat COVID-19 na salon. Make we continue. We confirm case now where we don't get cumulatively, they reach 1,062. 1,062 now the confirmed case, the total confirmed case. And 8,010 tests. Now they don't conduct now in a salon. 8,010 tests. Now they don't conduct in a salon. So you know, say out of that 8,010, the confirmed cases now 1,062. The one that were in isolation centers where they respond to treatment now 375. 375. The one that we don't recover, we don't beat COVID-19 now 637. 637. And for today, for the past 24 hours, we not lost nobody to COVID-19. So the total number of deaths still stand at 50. The one that were in quarantine, now 1,627. The one that we don't left quarantine, we out of quarantine, now 5,465. If we take the cumulative number by gender, 533, female, male, 529. If we say we break down the cumulative number by district, Bo, 49, Bont, 39, Bombali, 20, Falaba, 4, Kailao, 21, Cambia, 2, Kono, 24, Kenema, 84, Koinadugu, 3, Moyamba, 14, Putloko, 19, Pujeun, 6, Tonkolili, 14, Western Area Rural, 155, Western Area Urban, 608. So as it is now, Western Area Urban, they lead with 608, seconded by Western Area Rural, 155, to Kenema. Kenema get 84. Before you go to Bo, we get 49. Even Bont, we later come in, Bont don't get 39 cumulative total number. Bombali, 20, and we get Kailao, 21. Kairene still stand at 0. Then still the Tower at 0. Whilst Freetong, the Nakcheste, and then the lead, and then at the capital city, then nobody not able to control them. Then get 608, and the neighbor gets 155. Now the numbers then this. What thing you feel say government need for do? With all waiting then they do. You feel say they work, or they need for come with new strategy. We're going inside we program proper today. And we program proper now for deal with the present state of Sierra Leone economy. We go only understand this present state of the economy of Sierra Leone where we allow the Minister of Finance, when I play with money, when I arrange, when I do what for doing in team, we go allow him making explain to me within the economy of Sierra Leone look like right now. We go kendele no more, but COVID no go kill we. How many times we talk about Sierra Leone in poverty one? The one way I be play as a teaser and another one inside the conversation. How many times you hear? You hear some other one that we can just drop half? You hear about this $143 million? What they ask when? We say 10 to 15 years and we are fine with it. But again, you hear that other part for this $143 million where it say, sometimes say then go drop them off. Because people and then they call for make IMF drop some of them, loan them. You feel say if IMF they drop loan, the one will then just give now then go drop. You think so? Like I said, I wish you be get opportunity for listening this morning. But this one way we put together, so I think say go give you headsway for make yourself go able for comment and able for assess the minister how it only do with we finance na salon. Make a call to Smantoli. Make it help we break everything down and put it to understanding. Yes, Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Triple A, and thanks to everybody we come on the program tonight for listening to the Minister of Finance, Winner JJ Saffa. Unfortunately, I'll not be able to listen to the 98.1 FM today, but this is why my analysis today it go based on specifically what I listening to tonight. And I go want the listeners them, this now economics. Nothing is this you get for argue for and against. And for most of the time, as economists, them will not get fixed answers to questions. Then it's a lot of arguments always when it comes to economics. So I know say I will get a lot of people where will make a lot of comments against me. So also I'll get people where will comment some of the points in what I go for lay. Most of the things that way the Honorable J.J. Saffa put here tonight are not new. I think that we will be only listening to now. May just repeat them over and over. The other thing we new now the COVID-19 episode where the COVID-19 we can at the system we bring about a change in the system. So how that help for impact the economy? They're not the only new thing we can today. But all other things that we say new, nothing that we been only say repeatedly. So what I will do tonight, I will look at, I use a simple concept we will call the SWOT analysis. First of all, I will look at the strength, for anything where somebody do, any government we can, again, your strength. So I therefore look at the strength of this specific, this particular interview where they're interviewing today. And then I will look at the weaknesses. Looking at the weakness. And then I will look at the opportunities there, and I look at the threats. That's what I will do on today. So what I will do, I will start with the strength, when are the positives then. From then I will go to the negative and look at some opportunities, maybe along recommendations then, we may know as a man we get small knowledge in economics. Okay, we know say this government, time and time again, they don't talk say they not inherit a bad economy from the previous government. And this is not the same time that they talk on. The previous, even the other ministers, they don't talk on. Right? This is not the first time that they talk on. They don't talk on over and over. First of all, we get some good points that we raise, to be honest with you. We'll start with them good points and they will say the growth rates and the economy, talk about that. They've been down. So at 3.5%, that's true. It go up by the end of 2019. We know it go up by 5.1%. Also, it talk about the GDP deficit ratio, which is just looking at what we will call the revenue and the expenditure, or the revenue management expenditure. That again, they manage for improvement slightly. We talk about things like the salaries, then you say that they pay on time, but that again is subject to an argument where I guess will bring come later, and they pay salaries on time because recently we don't hear a cry from the medical staff them where they're not being paid on time. So that again is subject to questions. But to a very large extent, we'll say salaries are paid on time for the sake of this argument. We will say when they come, indeed, they talk about the recruitment of teachers then. That is good. We see a lot of teachers then, they recruit teachers as well as nurses. Again, that's again, in terms of economics, again, an argument in terms of the wage bill. You get pros and cons, but I will come to that later. Now just summarize some of the gains and we in talk about. Of course, the minimum wage. Where an office say in fact talk about the minimum wage because from 500,000 to 600,000 is a very small amount. And let me be honest with you now. We'll get one thing we country every 2 years by law and for review the minimum wage. And when you look at inflation, to the wage, within the pay and salary, not proportionate. The inflation is by far higher than what's in the pay people then. So to me, an officer, an issue way for raise. Another achievement way I go highlight, which is also important, is in terms of increasing the pension from 25,000 to 250,000. I think to that I will say kudos to the government and do well on that. I think 25,000 was quite low. Although, again, you go take in terms of inflation, because when you think about inflation rate, again, you got to take that into account. Again, you talk about the free quality of education. Yeah, we know say where the government come, then get a flagship program, where then they talk about this free quality education. Again, there are other arguments, other side of the argument, we are going to look at some point under the weaknesses. But I mean, it gets you what we call externalities. Education gets what you call externality. And it says that we educate person, you bring a lot of other benefits them where they come up in society in time to come. Okay, you talk about poor revenue generation. So they able to go out for go get them funds, and they we look at again advantages, again disadvantages. Because when you look at the borrowing side, sometimes it's not a good thing for the country. Sometimes, again, when you need them, you get to go out for get them. Because at the end of the day, you get to run the economy, you need money. It's just like an individual. You know, you get to run the house. If you don't get the money, you get to go look outside, also will get them. And this is an emergency situation time, so you need to find anyway where we will go, we will get them. And one good thing when you talk about this debt relief, where we get from the IMF. That is true. Because what thing can happen due to COVID-19, when a big shock, you know, so the debt will be paid, they put on hold. So that money they keep on for now, we use them. Now that's all in the try for talk. I just try for break these things down so that people can understand. The debt relief from the IMF means say, you know, so with the service we loan them. The loan will be owed with a service you get for pay, a kind of prepayment, repayment loan. They pay the loan at the same time, they pay the interest as you go. So under this emergency situation, the IMF don't put on hold. So that money they will be pay now, we keep them for we own, for use them in other areas then. Yeah, now that's all in the try for talk. Then he talk about the rapid credit facility. Well, the rapid credit facility, now this $143 million. Yeah? I want to let people understand this. I'm not saying that all the money where the government to go fiscal is a good thing for the country. I want to it's critical let people understand what they try for talk. Because the last time I bring this to the table, I know I get a lot of criticisms. But we argue from the economics point of view. Yeah, the argument is here that first of all, there are certain credit facility them where IMF they give, it only give if you meet the criteria. There's certain set criteria. One of them is financial discipline. Yeah, if you don't meet that financial discipline, they don't give you. And sometimes the amount of credit where they give you, it depends on your credibility. It's just like a bank. We're going to bank. Then they look at your credit history, and your credit history, then they determine whether they will give the loan or not. Now they call it credit facility. Yeah? Simple as that. Yeah? The more you credit worthy, the more likely you will get more credit. The more you get the money. I think it's another question there. I don't know who that be asked he say why, you know, they try to explain why Liberia get 50 million, we get 143 million. It's possible. That because we are more credit worthy than Liberia, so that is why we get more money than Liberia. But the thing is, let me make this point quite clear before we go further. They face shock right now. I'm not saying what the government they do is right, but we face shock. We all know what's in a shock, yeah. And this is not emergency situation. This is not a disaster. So therefore, revenue generation is down. So the government, for able to run the country, they need to go out for go get the money. And I tell you the other day, there are three ways as it stands how they will get them. Because internally, we know we will raise that fund for run the economy day. And for do the things that we were supposed to do. So there are three ways we will do. One, through the IMF. we mostly now concessional loans. What does that mean in financial? What this means is that sometimes they are more generous. Their loan than they are more generous in the sense that they will say, well, the interest rate is fairly low, or they get a grace period. They will say between this time to this time, no pay interest or no pay to this time. So I think IMF, from then on, we get what we call international donors then. When are basically now donations that they give, big and give. So that's the other way we will finance the economy right now. The other way, now debt financing. And then they go do in two ways, whether internally or externally. Internally, either sell treasury bills and gilts and all that thing, where the people that are the country and they buy them, so that you will use that money. But that is not what it's required now. You need an international debt financing. International debt financing basically they borrow from international banks. Then that's we not go advise for go down routes because their interest is too high. So I think saying the government they concentrate on the IMF. Although we get setbacks, but the truth we get for talking. That is it. Yeah. Then again, you get the World Bank. They say the World Bank money don't come, but $100 million. Yeah. We don't say the World Bank get commitment for help, especially, underdeveloped countries then. Yeah. Low income countries. Yeah. Then get a commitment for help. So I'm really shocked is that they give it up to $100 million. Yeah, the EU again, we don't say they don't pay $10 million, they don't give it $10 million. Yeah, the Islamic Development Bank don't count 25. So forget them money. To be honest with you, na hard work. I guess for be honest with you now, na hard work. Although we criticize loans, but again, you get for be, you get for be on top of the game. For you able to get the money here. And as it stands, for bring development of that country at this point in time is difficult. But the question is, this money where they take, are they using them appropriately? Yeah? Because I listened to Dr. Samura the other day. And don't forget, one of the competent seasoned economists them. Yeah? He know what he can talk, we can parent. And to be honest with you, are they actually, because the thing about this government is this, where it counts for priorities, they always get what we call misplacement of priorities. Yeah? That is the biggest problem with this government. Misplacement of priorities. Their money are waiting you get for finance the most urgent needs. This money they're waiting you get for finance the most urgent needs. Are they doing it? Are they doing it? Look at simple question where they ask them about the bread and butter issues. He blunder, take blunder. I guess we'll be honest with you now. Some of the answers them way he give, I don't know whether he can put himself under pressure or the ability to respond to questions then sometimes I don't know if Narande, because I don't listen to over and over. The ability to respond to questions appropriately, I think is missing. Yeah, I guess I'll be honest with you now. Because I even go talk as a Minister of Finance, a man with a trust with the economy, a man who trust say, now we don't give we hope and trust for move this country forward. Don't forget, the Minister of Finance, now one of the most important ministry, because we give you the money, the resources them for manage as effectively as possible. So if you come out publicly, he said country like Sierra Leone will remain for poor for a very long time. How you will make that kind of statement then they publicly? When are you then trust with the ability for move this country forward? And are you not the same man where you not been there in that position there? You talk say when you come, you will come try for solve the bread and butter issues. Bread and butter issues, I think it not go full winner because it's simple. It just means say with basic needs. Bread and butter is about with basic needs. What's in our basic needs? Now we need right now, saloon. It's about food, it's about energy, it's about water. Those are the basic needs, and those are the bread and butter issues. And how you go around for solve those issues, or for minimize or reduce those things. We will say you can't solve on one term, but in the first 5 years, if you are able to minimize the I think, then forget a lot of support, a lot of kudos from the citizenry. But we will not see this forthcoming, because each time they ask them, they talk about jobs. The other day, I heard they talk about fiscal policy for job creation. And to those who don't understand, fiscal policy is about how the government they spend money and the tax system. Yeah? In say, how it will try for elevate the bread and butter issue, is say by jobs. And we don't talk this over and over. But government will argue, economists will argue, the jobs that where government they create, they are counterproductive. In the sense that if government no more they make jobs, it put pressure on the wage bill. Because at the end of the day, you get for take back from the coffer for pay them people here. But if the private sector or foreign investment, direct foreign investment come, they can invest. That is the best form of job creation. Yeah, simple. Because what you do, they put pressure on the wage bill. And those jobs are sustainable. But as it stands, it's very difficult, for low we get that job and day, especially under this emergency situation. Still they talk about job as the way for solve the bread and butter issue. It's not. I don't talk this over and over. The bread and butter issue right now, we need things like look at the prices, then put down the price, let the price and the come down. Yeah, talk about the exchange rate, because the exchange rate again it impact on prices, inflation. Prices means inflation, increase in prices. Yeah, when that happens, when the exchange rate come down, you will see a big impact in terms of inflation. The price system when they will come down, and for the poor people, them, you go to market every day where you go, the meat price they go up, things then they go up. It's a worsening situation. They're able to buy and eat what you're supposed to eat. The quality food we're supposed to eat. They make your pocket, they worsen. And again, we look at the prices in terms of oil. The prices are not fall, but still as alone, when they look at the petrol and fuel prices, relatively, they're still high. Those are the things that what they expect. The prices are for they come down considerably, because don't forget, the fuel prices, they get big impact. They get big impact on prices, the fuel price. They get big impact. This was why I think the previous government, then they subsidized towards fuel prices. Because don't forget, things like social benefit, they will not get in another country, the income support and all that. Sometimes we rely on subsidies. But all these things have been taken away by this government. Yeah? They have been taken away from this government, making the ordinary man the situation the worst. Yeah? Prices are up. So those are the things we'll begin to talk about. Those are the things where the government will begin to talk about. We know free quality education, as I say, is a good thing for the long run. But we need short-term measures. Yeah, we need short-term measures. Another way we will do them, for putting pressure in terms of agricultural development. And also the government do just that, for increase the agricultural productivity. That again will help in terms of looking after our needs. Yeah, those are the things then. We not say the mining sector. Yeah, a lot of review they go on at the moment. And this is why we talk about diversification. Because one of the things then where we found out recently is that the mining sector they do well because they revoke some of the licenses, they suspend some of the things then, and that again is serious cause for concern because the economy, well diversified. For too long, we don't rely on the mining sector. Yeah? And for get a sustainable economic development, you get for diversify. Yeah? And the areas that where the government don't begin diversify, such as tourism, you talk about, right now, there is no tourism going on. We all know what's in there happen. So these are some of the challenges then where we get for look at, So the government, for crown it all, for summarize, the government makes some gains. But however, the biggest problem with this government is misplacement of priorities. They do well in terms of the single treasury account, which at least they help for minimize the rate at which corruption may go on in the country. They help with that single treasury account. Yeah, it help. Make no mistake, it help. This not thing where the previous government themselves they think say they will bring and come, but with themselves come, they see it's a good idea, so they just take them as a policy. That was a good one. But the biggest problem and the difference between this government and the previous government is that the previous government they get some of the priorities right. But their own problem are corruption. They are the biggest problem. But in terms of setting priorities, I think they get a good one. But with this government, they get a problem with misplacement of priorities. Even this money they give them so. Yeah? And officially they prioritize them right. There are certain sectors then where they pay attention to now, where we help for alleviate poverty in our country. I talk about you get some point in terms of poverty. When you talk about poverty, you get we get different dimension of poverty. We got that dimensional poverty where they talk about people that they poor because of low quality of education, in terms of poor health, in terms of other factors, not only on income basis. So if not only they talk about, maybe we will look at them that way. But in terms of income, we need that to be addressed urgently. That is what we call the bread and butter issues. People that for you to go to the market, go buy what's in the one for eat. Now, the bread and butter issue, the basic human needs, then for sea light, then for get the food, then for you get water and the host. Now, the bread and butter issues. Yeah? So, I will stop here. I'll give chance to other callers then. I don't know if you get any question we want to ask.
Yes, I just want to make you, I know say you touch on them, but you're not diving small. This one way, it says Leone Donde in poverty from time of independence, and now we go did it, and we go still there in poverty in a long way to come. What do you say about that?
Well, first of all, I agree with them, but I also disagree with them. Because for we Sierra Leoneans then, we don't need a lot at the moment. What we need is bread and butter issues. And here is the same man where even they talk about bread and butter issues. Yeah? We want urgent things now when our poverty problem. Yeah? It's about waking up in the morning, you will get what to eat. It's about waking up in the morning, you go struggle for get water. It's about waking up in the morning, there is light. When I didn't hear, now you bring development. When I didn't hear, we expect the government to pay attention to. But they are not doing that. Yeah? I agree with them in terms of multi-dimensional poverty. And what do you mean by multi-dimensional poverty? People that are disadvantaged because of so many other issues that make many things that make people in the poor. What's an identity? Yeah? In terms of poor quality education, people are not educated. But in terms of multidimensional poverty, that are one of the factors then. In terms of poor health, in terms of poor health, in terms of jobs, in terms of, they don't get sustainable jobs, they don't get good jobs. Those are all part of dimensional poverty. The old way they live, get better facilities. The invested maybe in a dirty block. That's all a part of the multidimensional poverty. Not only the income side we look for. Now we call multidimensional poverty. So therefore, and those things will not come overnight. I have to be honest with you. But however, I think it's not to that way they for them put up. People will continue to, if we get a good leader, a good government, within 5 to 10 years, they will solve all those problems. We see countries then, evidence don't prove beyond all reasonable doubt. There are countries in the camp, with good leadership. Then they're able to turn the countries around in the space of 5 to 10 years. All NTR, then they disappear. Not completely, but then they substantially reduce. So, therefore, to some extent, I agree with them, but to a very large extent, I disagree with them. Because the problem as alone is about the basic human needs, the bread and butter issues. Where they're not able to address at this point in time. They're not able to address that. So, that is it, Mr. Triple A. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Make a call, Aisatu. Yes, Aisatu, you get the platform. What do you get for it today?
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hope we all do well. And we don't see now the NACOVAC team don't decide for shift gears, for go to different areas than at the country. I think, that's a good thing, because, not so free to no more we want to focus on. We really want to focus on other areas than at the country for, everybody that our country knows, say, what, they are essential, they are vital in this COVID-19 as well as everything really happen at the country. We want to tell them thank you for that, and we hope as they do that, then they pick up things then really happen at each provinces or district so that then go address their needs. Then they, especially when it comes to the health sector, especially when it comes to this COVID-19 fight. Yeah, they're not going to ignore things and way like healthcare workers then or the citizens then they bring up then they lack or then they missing because as we continue for talk about COVID-19, we want to ensure things and we will make sure we will identify the problem as well as we will treat the patients then so that we not go lose we fellow Sierra Leoneans then through COVID-19. The one that we don't die so far, we want for pray for them. We hope God forgive them. We hope those that have contracted this virus, we pray that God send cure for them as well as those of us or those of them, the Sierra Leoneans or even all around the globe we no contract this virus. We pray that this virus stay far away from everybody, that everything will go back to normal because at this point, not only everybody for they do practice the social distancing, mask wearing and, ensuring that you wash your hands, you do everything where you go try for prevent yourself and follow break this chain of transmission. So as we talk about that, it would be nice for all the very positive things then about we country, rather than things then where they make we feel like say, we country not go ever go forward or like all we get for stay on is poverty, for the statement say, Salon don they, poor, like Salon don they, how do I put it? Like, we've been poor for so long, and we will continue to be poor for another, how many years? I don't know what that means. It's really like upsetting in a sense that, we shouldn't be thinking negative. For me on side, I think positive because what? Now positive, thank you, make me life go forward. What I think negative, I think that direction it lead me to. Yeah, we happy for the credibility for the country is great. I make them they give me so much loans. As then they give you them loan there. So I think it's very important in how we utilize the loans them, because if you say then, then give you this much amount, then compared to the other neighboring countries, then because we get good credit, we all know that if you get good credit score, the loan rate and they give you in a bank, it go higher compared to somebody who not get good credit score. We want for continue for maintain that, but also the one that we lent the money to we, if they say we had to utilize the funds then accordingly or appropriately, it will come to a point we will fall back to that same area where, them been filled to the country be there before. Since then don't come, they don't try for develop or improve them areas, then they, and as a Minister of Finance, if they ask you about some questions that we don't disburse funds, for letting use them funds there. So if we're able for answer, appropriately in a sense that, yes, will they do follow up? Yes, will they ensure say the money then they go, which side and supposed for go. That's not something what would they expect from the Minister of Finance. But for me, all this money when they give to the left the country right now, yes, some of them not get interest because even we can see for we self now, so we will get student loan, they don't cancel like interest rate for about 3 months, certain other loans, then they cancel the interest rate. That's not across the globe, where they go on. So not to Salon no more they get that benefit there. Everybody they get that benefit there. But then law use that money, that interest, where they don't drop off, law use them towards things then we're essential in the country. And we're not for they see, where this much money they come over $300 million, they come into the country, they will still experience, the fact that, light not a problem, water not a problem, and healthcare, for ensure the healthcare equipment, then the healthcare workers, then they get paid on time, not a problem. We're not for the experience and kind of. So definitely, I feel say now something where the minister need to go and do in homework and make sure say it come back and talk to we, as Sierra Leoneans, they don't understand really how they use their money there. So because if we don't know exactly how the money then they use them, then it creates so many questions. Then now we might say, okay, money they come now. I don't take all these debt here. So and not to say now any of them get for pay this. Now the taxpayers then get for pay back this loan because there's no other way you get for generate funds if we will not work, if we will not try for do things that will go improve the country for go forward. So you don't talk about the IMF, you don't talk about the Islamic World Bank, where they give money and all this. So now what do you intend for use their money there for? If they use them on them people where they cry now the quarantine center, say they let they get food, or if they use for ensure say we get enough equipment to get ambulances then at the hospital, the health sector it developed. So these are things that I think say, the minister for able for talk to we about. For me that side for say, Salon will continue for be poor for some time. I disagree with that, okay? So I left we today with a hashtag to say Salon will not continue to be poor for some time. Rather, Salon will continue to rise, and that's what the direction we want to focus on. So anybody will get anything in their mind, God, please remove them away from their mind, because they don't need those kind of thoughts. They need positive thinking that would help our country go forward. So I don't get much for talk today. I just want to let everybody stay safe, and I hope say, then we'll do something about everything we're going right now in the country. Before they talk about COVID-19, how to get rid of COVID-19 in the country, not to talk about how they use money appropriately, how they make other people that they suffer. Even the one who they risk their life, they go through struggles or challenges. It's very sad. I really hope for the best for the country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aissatou. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make a call to Tony. Make we hear you. Waiting he gets for we. Yes, Tony, you get the platform.
Yeah, Abraham, good evening. Listeners on Cowboy Kushe. A rather unfortunate statement like that they come up from the Minister of Information, the Minister of Finance, Jacob Jusu Saffa. Now, man, what I know, I'm a neighbor actually in Alumni. but rather unfortunate because they expect, say, if they give the people them hope, but a statement like that, Salon will continue to be poor. And so that tells you that even the debts they go collect, or they go take, it's still increasing the burden. And this now some of the effects we make Salon the outside so. And I want to disagree a little bit where you say Liberia go take 50 million, we take more than Liberia. Now because we more credit worthy. You have different scenario wherein or reason why you go take a loan. You either go for a short-term loan, you feel say, okay, I need a short-term, in a small amount where go last me within this recovery stage. Just after this recovery, my economy will pick up. So why should I need 100? When just from now to December, if we say, if we put the modalities in place and prioritize things, we don't need 100 million because by January next year, revenue starts showing up. Business goes back to normal. So it depends. And another thing again where I disagree with some, it therefore paints them like say, oh, the credit worthy may make because these people them don't fold and don't go. But now remember say before APC left, this same IMF gave them an initial amount on this same loan where they then collect to. When waiting bring the disagreement, we bring a problem. We make the IMF and the government of Salon by then, the past administration by then get issues. You understand? When the married get sour. Now we are in IMF, they insist at that crucial period when election term for make the government pull subsidies on fuel. And mind you, some of these loans they come with conditionalities. And when you read or when you research or you look about IMF conditionalities on loans, same way they give to governments, they always favor the people then because these are harsh decisions. The conditionalities the way they come with most times get for be like, oh, remove subsidies on fuel, oh, remove subsidies on this, oh, remove subsidies on that. And most of those things then, for any time they removed those subsidies, they tend to increase the prices of some of them things that the way they lead to inflations. And we've seen when this government just come into power, fuel price don't change several times. Even though yes, it don't go down at some point, they reduce. But we saw within 6 months, prices increased twice. These are because of those conditionalities. I know I'm belaboured on that point. People, I'm just one for backtrack, let people they know exactly what it. When they came in, you understand, they signed all those things. Remember, there was a point where PC or the past administration, they say, oh, look, the number signed. We call this and that. They were presenting the picture as if they will not sign that then conditionality. They will not sign waiting IMF, they say. But as soon as they came in, try for paying the economy like, okay, they will not meet no money, no this, no that. But they went ahead and signed and agree to all those conditionalities. So most times them money, when they assign it, they will see, inflation. I'm not going to say it's a rampant, runaway inflation, but we see that kind of effect on things. Prices of everything goes up because if gas or petrol price go up, definitely, the ripple effect. It affects all other things. We fall behind. So that's not the side we agree. And most times, so we take their loan here. It make most of the governments in power, then they become lazy. They're not even able for, because they are not the ones paying these loans. It's us, the taxpayers. No, you understand? So some of these loans has to be loans them way money the winning they take for specific projects. Most countries the way they go, we can usually say, if you want to go take a loan, I don't have problem you taking loan. But let that money where you go take be for a specific project. So say this project, if we go to IMF and say, IMF, we need $143 million. I'm gonna put this $143 million on power. We another for come back in the next 4-5 years, they ask IMF for more money on power, or they patch up the same machine that we get. Because when you keep the patch, you understand, the maintenance those machines and this and that. Because once the non gets old, a lot of machine downtimes when at a cost, because they're not depreciated, some of those machines don't become absolute. You understand? So most times what we see, you understand, they know they go take their money out for capital project at times. They take their money out for them quick fix things. If you watch, they take their money out, buy cars, you can see they say, okay, well, they can't change all the minister, the motuka. Well, they can't change. You can see lavish spending. So if Salon poor, they say Salon continue for be poor because they know they prioritize things than when they spend their money on. You understand? Me, it's just like where the past regime, they say they want for build Mama Airport. Mama Airport was not the priority because even the airport will get underutilized. So that money there for Mama should have been redirected to power. Something where you say the direct benefits of this particular investment, this particular project where we can spend power, if you bring power, a lot of companies na Salon. Now what they use generator. And mind you, all that revenue, when they go to EDSA, especially if they manage and well, and if they're in research and planning departments or units, able to be proactive and go to virgin areas where agrarians will not ever get connection. Therefore, make sure they then do distribution, spread on those areas. The revenue go increase drastically. Government go able to make money. So many companies, industrial companies, then go calm. Companies then where they manufacture steel. Small companies where they reuse power like Salonbury. And all where they they manufacture from raw material to finished products. You understand? A lot of benefits. Even the mobile companies, online towers, go use MPA light. Government go able to make money. This is how you create institutions that can generate money. So you don't need to go take 143 million and just put it under the carpet like that. You invest on capital project, so you say yes, the benefit within 10 to 15 years, those institutions that you create can even pay those loans where the people know they feel the burden. The full burden, fall back on the individuals. You understand? So if they say someone continue for be poor because they go take this money, they don't use it on capital projects. Look how we struggle with lights now, Salon. Up till now, from when they come, they say, oh, there is a light coming from Ivory Coast. We should not be taking lights from Ivory Coast. We should be distributing lights to Ivory Coast. We should be giving the sub-region continent like the nearest neighbors, them Guinea and Liberia. Now we for the think out of the box and create those investments because we get bumbuna. So when that light say come from Ivory Coast when they depend on, what's gonna happen with Bumbuna? With thousands of dollars for where we not born it have been invested on Bumbuna. 30 the past regime spend money. Even themselves we cannot spend on Bumbuna. What happened with all those projects? So they'll become a lost project. You understand? So they have to read it. So a lot of fortunate in them. I mean, they're not able to think. I not really understand if they're not able to understand the problem with Salon gets. Not just lip service, because many times he's a nice gentleman, he's my neighbor. I want me there, Babadori, I know you know me personally. You understand? So many times, I can surprise with people who have been on the fence, know the problem of Sierra Leone, and with me, the way they go on the radio, they talk, they did fine presentation, nice speech. If we come into power, this and this and this and this. So what is happening? What is really happening? Just like what they say with the corona management. You understand? Not that they not get the money for managed corona. But that small project I will call a small project of corona, look how a lot of challenges we face. People are complaining the same problem everywhere. So a big economy like Salon, I will not surprise if they cannot manage corona. Then you give them more responsibility. So it's not unfortunate he's saying Sierra Leone will continue to be poor. If they have all these resources, my brother, you understand, all these resources, use it to develop the country, use it on health. The last time now with a debate on health, if we have invest those money where they come, we say this money we come, we invest all per health. So we get standard hospitals them. Na the region, na Salon, all we headquarters, Salon say, go get standard, brah. People then when they come outside the Canadian hospital, then some of those hospitals with people then they go na Ghana. Not all this Accra. Some they now na other parts of Ghana. But they make sure say they invest well on doing things that they deliver the service. People then get you go everything where you need. You get them. People then go they come. These are foreign exchange injecting into the economy. These are institutions where people make money. But what we are seeing after Pakaba, all the governments in the Canberra, none cannot create institutions that can generate money, like NACIT and NRA Pakaba. None know they think out of the box or say, okay, let us take this capital project. Let's spend on this capital project. Let's spend on power. Let's spend on health. Those two key things. Education, yes, it's an ongoing thing. First time people, then they come out Gambia, they can't study in a salon. Then they count with money. Then people when they can, and they rent people their houses. The beach stuff they full up because even time when they vacation, they go down on the beach and will go enjoy themselves. So businesses themselves, they enjoy the benefits because other institutions are making money. Other institutions, and the way they bring people and come inside the country. You invest in schools. You invest in people that when they come for medical condition, they go down on the beach to go enjoy. Other businesses, then they go boom. People then go see that kind of growth because the things that just create the enabling environment, create those key things where you know, say, once they're available, you no need for me, you can't tell me, say, Tony can salon. If me go salon, need Tony will like salon so. I go salon, I see the niche, I see the opportunity for invest. What's in the cafe in America? I would come back number 6 months and go salon and go sit on the and do business because I know say it's more viable doing business in my country because it's less tax, less overheads, a lot of things that we are able for manage. You know, I don't want to be labeled on that, but I feel say we country they suffer poor as he likely said because some of these funds that these guys collect, they don't prioritize on capital project. These are just funds that they spend on themselves. Things that will go make them happy. It was when they make their face fat. Think they will go make them not relevant. We're not going to change the bread and butter of the people. Remember, if salon the environment is created from their loans here, companies go come. I can make reference many times. Abraham, at this salon 2012-13, the man, if you go salon, young man don't know what he did. I'll tell you something. Then there's an the same Kenny don't Losa don't feel about ghost town. The man with the common corner, with the common free with the go club na Losa. Them get a place where they call the freezer. Let you just know see when salon boom, when salon really all facets they in place. Like a nice place for the remember if you go Losa na net, it's Alex nice na beach today. People in the drive come out Bo Kenema, all man they can't club na from there we they go McKinney, from there we they go Bo. We pass by Ile, we go enjoy the Friday. We come out there, we go with this. You enjoy the country. Just because the environment, let your government create those jobs, but the enabling environment was there before Ebola came. We expect they has to think in that same vein. For me, they create certain things that we go make the economy begin boom. You understand? They cannot grow GDP all by themselves. You therefore create that platform wherein when the private sector kick in, the private sector can expand more and give more jobs. Government cannot give everybody jobs. Just like Usman told us, if they give everybody jobs, the wage bill will expand. You have institutions like Sierra-Tel not making money. You have institutions like Salpost. They're not even thinking. And I know one day I see 98.1 call the boss now in Salpost. Look, I interview Salpost. Look, see. These are institutions that should be making money. Look, with the technological advancements that empathy how they live. USPS and say United States Postal Services, they're still competing with FedEx. They're still competing with other private sectors. See, no need why we own, it just they're not more like a furniture, but they're paying people there. Those are the expenses. These are the expenses where we face. Now the country pay director general big money, the institution not even generates money. So if salon they suffer, we say we poor, it's because of these bad policies that we have in place. Labor law of 1971, which is more old, archaic one, not even the witness call. Massive inflation when you take some of those loans, because then there's a spend of 50 fata. Then we begin away the capital and I danger for campaign them loan and I danger for pay not to them. I mean, I'll take down the boss. So, okay. I mean, for me, it's very unfortunate to get what say, salon therefore be continued for people because they don't spend wisely. They don't spend wisely.
All right. Thank you very much, Tony. Thank you.
You're welcome, brother.
Yeah. Where Tony, they make reference to Salpost. The past administration, where they say they want to build Salpost, make Salpost team up within 2 foot, and then work out with the boss. Then say the boss then go to carry the mails them from Tong to some parts in the provinces. Tell me how that one they end up. There are so many lost opportunities the more we get in a salon. But let me don't even start right now. Make a call with Usfriend, make we hear waiting and get for it. Yes, Usfriend, you get the platform, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, AAA. And thanks to all the previous speakers. I saw Tony, Mr. Usman Toli. I think say Tony Lamau be the boilo. I don't know why I not mention Paulina and Alonshar and Upton Abo. I don't know why I not mention any. I know since aside be the go boil, but all the same, that's a very good memory bring to me today. But the only thing what I just want to bring here today, the first thing, within in speech way I get for look into that the minister force. I know because economics business is not strong. Now just two things then get one word they call. I say na oxymoron. Then a word when they use from poetry, oxymoron, that it means get contradictory terms where they appear inside the same conjunction. Like when they say sweet and bitter. They say false and true. So now something like that been there in speech today, where it look very a bit sarcastic somehow. That in one grain they talk about the development of the country and then put them in terms of financial growth, everything. Then if they go give something at some point where a negative one in between in speech, so meet them as an oxymorous type term, when contradictory terms. Where to some point as a good speaker, when a leader with charisma, for don't say anything they did. If we don't just give hopes to the people, in other words, all what they try for say, what they invest or what they try for do, not go lead we out of poverty. But as a tool, put the hashtag, we'll surely get out of it. The main thing I wouldn't forget, now gross domestic product. Now they bring gross domestic happiness. I always say it look funny why they say they bring gross domestic happiness. That happiness, now the bread and butter. When the gross domestic income, they relate towards that one day. When on that side, then they always feel as leaders in terms of economy. So now we try to look at the gross domestic product and how we're able for build them up, who country in finance go able for go up. Instead of would they look of 10, 5 years. If you look at 10 to 15 years, when then go rain. If the rain says for another 5 years, let's say, then we will pay those debts off. So then we go for leave a gap. So I only hope say no more he go able for go back. If anytime they get opportunity, maybe go there on EYB tomorrow because they can swap it around. You go try for address that issue they find in terms of being negative. We not go find. The only thing I want for take up today and the this briefing of the COVID and regarding the hospital where they say they make una children's hospital na Bo. This children's hospital they say na Usiwa na the sponsor and let them go convert them to a treatment center. But I asked them today why they would just use them if then they left space for the picking them. But because I've been there, the network not been try for clear. But what the man try for see what I will gather up, he say like say that they don't bind with Kenema and them because then they work in concert so that they will able for put that side there. But if you see something there for the picking on one side. But my concern is that since the rooms there, the place they are not to negative pressure. If picking then get for day, I only hope say it will be far. But I will wait till they come back when they don't come on and talk. I will ask in detail wherein the network go clear and the time wherein they use it clear. Then at the one point that one day. Then the other thing I want for clarifying now, because people in the area for that music where they say you taste and you smell the damage. So then go begin to wonder back. Then they say trade cough. What do they mean? Say, well, if you get COVID, now your sense of smell, now your sense of taste go spoil. I talked a little bit back of on yesterday, but you not been going in detail. The only sign of more than they say you smell it affected, not to all people, but some of them. Now because inside your nose, now they what they call olfactory lobes. That now the thing that we responsible for letting go able to detect the taste and the smell of food. So now they want and they above your nose. Now they the nerve day. So part of them tear away the damage that nerve day. So that nerve they not able to take message for interpretant to your nervous system for sure inside your brain say this taste away they get or this smell way they get. Now this smell of sugar or orange or any other thing. Now that one they actually they mean. When they say back, say you taste and you smell, they get a problem. So now that one they actually they mean when they say the COVID virus. I mean, the COVID, they affect this tear, so now your nostril, so you're not going to get taste and smell. Now, that's how I just want for clear up. And then regarding the quarantine, what woman been talk yesterday, what you said, say, me said go out for ask them back, wouldn't come. The procedure they wouldn't use for people that waiting at a house, where we say distancing not the day. You know, we're able to stop them because they already they part of a family. Not to like where they care at the center, outside and get separate rooms where you can't meet somebody, come on, you go near that person there. So once they don't see say you know a person will be the move, you then go keep you, they will keep you there back for another 14 days. So but the houses they wouldn't they keep, I want let them see if they go able to change the strategies based on the accommodation, where they go able for the guests. Instead of they keep it at a house wherein if one person tests, one point does the test negative, then go deep and take tomorrow, so then it will take a long and it will even cost them more money. Now they back will get for camp for ask them back, how much they don't the budget in case somebody get this or how much will get to a household. So that's why you know more I feel say then get a bit of a doubt when Mrs. as you don't find I think about it, when the quarantine house, people in there that area they why you know they decide for do test on them all instead after the 14 days instead they begin to test 1. You see, so that one day I get for ask again like we able for know better than that area day because it look confusing and it cause frustration and people and the frustrated for that one day. And the SSF it will cost them more money. The other side now I have to take again at Kono. Because Kenema and Kono, if you look, they get boundary with people, then they look out from Kenema, then they go to Kono. So they suspect, say, they get problem na Kono more. The entrance into Kono, then say they get about 18 outlets there where people can able to enter Kono. 18. And for Monday, they say they get problem for Monday area there. So they suspect, say, that inter-district area, it get loopholes. When they see something they now Kono the right small, Kenema back right small. So I don't know no more if na that area they back the affect. I know they say na that too, but I just don't know no more if Kono they able for strengthen the area of the boundaries, even though they get difficulties, then they can fit if they will able to stop that one, they talk to the people back na Kenema, where they mobilize people and by bike or other way, let them stop the habit if they were able. Because I suspect say Kono get more outlets of people and for enter. So now there's some of people in Academy are likely to enter or not. No. So I suspect say that one if they're able for for Taylor, that might able for help in terms of that inter-district and that particular area there. Because if very na forested area and a place where it's difficult for deal with. So I only hope say them go able to take that on board if we bring them to them. So now that side, you know, more me go on for take two today. I'm not going for keep people in too long because I don't get many speakers there. So I only hope say the citizenship and patriotism it go there among we. But again, we need back another throwback from them. Then we are the leaders them, so they we're able to do something we they need for do for we. So I will say we're able to get a better pavement because in anything in life there must be a substance who people have to begin with. When I in the minister be fail for a lot, there must be a substance we they begin with. We say they go do this, now something for us did now. We know for go say, even therefore say, we help they, or people like for do this, contribute this, it go day something we don't stand there now add them, they go add for beef them up. Instead of them, they say, people they know they help, or then they try for say that they divert the help where they come to something we not important. So that one day I hope say nobody will be able to take on board, and they will be able to listen, and they will be able to make we thrive and go before. Because if they look into these things, it not go help. It not go help at all. Because I listened to the minister, one of the guy in charge of for monitor the petroleum price, the petroleum pump price. Even they for emphasize today about how they try for work on them, how they import them, how they bring them. Then we ask her the question during that EYB time about the revamping of the petroleum within Akisi. He talked actually something sensible on one part. We said the place they don't sell them. So the square meter wouldn't be need for letting them revamp that place. They available. So wherever they don't sell the land, they've got one green no. So they say that they look now a place like after after by Lunge and Cambia, then they look back now Montchabro, and I think see one other place again they named. I think that's Tonkolele or so. They say they try for look, but they don't get people and now they can't look to them. But one thing I doubt always why they know they lead the place instead of them go bring a private company for can run this all on its own. If they're able to do anything, let them find out for see. But I only hope so all them things that if they take them on board, then go able to bring things where they go able for help salon for let it go before. So I will left this wire today and left anything for tomorrow. We'll continue from there. Thank you very much for giving me the platform. And let God continue for bless we. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Usman be they talk just now about quarantine, say they want them way can then at the quarantine center, maybe they want them they can better off than the one they hold in house. You know, see a two-side quarantine center, they make married there. Yeah, ask fine. Even quarantine center, people and they say then they fall in love. Mommy and daddy business. Yes. You know, say people can get the news then, but if you check fine, you go no say not to where they talk. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and side the call from, please.
Yeah, people, yes. Now, me as Fiscal, I the call from Australia.
Yes, Fiscal, you get 3 minutes. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and a good morning from my end. Thank you very much for bringing the platform for we follow before share with views and for help the country for go before. I want to say something to people. This we minister the way we call say then a doctor, then a professor, then a this. Now they can disappoint some of we sometimes. Like they make like the one that we not go school, the people that we not go school, they put them like funny position say tell go think me not go school. Because you go school. One thing you forget to think they call optimism. In your education, so we go and we don't get your paper safe. If optimistic say you do better, you go make an arrive, you go this, but you know being an hope say you go make an not you know being this you can't do this kind of job or you get this kind of thing for do. When they come, the priorities, Usman sorry to come. Misplacement of priorities. I agree with them, I totally agree with them. The people are not even get priorities, they're not even get no plans. Me when I'm for as an individual, anything can happen sometimes now, my office, anything I can do. I've been getting my boss who can always tell me, say, if not you, how you go do them? Think about your home, think about yourself. Some situation in there, where the family said, why have we to go take ship lights from high speed from Tokyo outside? Why not for bring that money out and go take so 120 million? I believe say go buy that ship day. I believe say go buy that ship day. When I begin to reduce the poverty of the people them. The man not even know anything for respond. He not even know anything for talk. When I come for the ask about bread and butter, like Usman Toli say. Usman Toli totally correct. The man not even know how to respond to the question. Bread and butter. When the ship come, that life, someone don't go get so now go buy ship. When I said, if not the ship not the way forward, when I change that light system there, let the people and go then ship back. When I buy ship come and reduce the tariff, reduce the charges for the electricity, people and lives go better. This is bread and butter. You know, then they talk about waiting. My auntie get business at salon trading. That woman they come out all the way from Abu Dhabi, carry set of business and salon. They frustrate the woman. Taxes, these charges, this one they did this, they call them minister they for come for this you got for give them, you got for give parliamentary and all they come every weekend for can take from you. At the end of the day, if you know it, well, they not go favor you. The woman end up frustrated and closing business. The woman is doing well in Gambia right now. She's doing very well in Gambia. Then there's the man talk about 30 minutes. When they tell me say it not be salon, my brother. Well, you know, we're not create the enabling environment for people for do business. People, if you want to take money now for go salon, you don't know say go for straight cheap and certain thing. You don't money where you don't work for, you don't labor for that, then can't come here. You don't go please or take and can go, you don't go happy. We don't talk about for the people and go back. Yes, we'll go back. Do we have the enabling environment? Lights now one. Thank you very much, Tripoli. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Cisco. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller ID live on your name and inside the call from.
Yes, Tripoli talk so.
Yes,
hello?
You get 3 minutes, yeah.
Okay. Okay, me on concern still again for do with we people that the quarantine centers there. With all the money they can. I still say that I put you just like we say communication. You know, so they open different emergency health center. I see today na Kaila woman they demonstrate saying they refuse to let them bring them product then now free time for cancer. And according to what we understand, I mean them talk say as long as na food product you can, you don't need a pass. The woman them black care them food. Then now this new boss where they don't go put together where they put as Boston and for abuse the masses there. So now the man they refuse to allow them to bring them product. The woman and say that yeah, the girl we live in will not depend on government. So those are like the two and bread and butter. For me, I not expect government to give people the one thing which man too I don't can make. I believe in working for yourself. I not believe in that government. Although I mean come on upon me mean but I didn't so it mean which I like that system. They any country tranga, if you work hard to me, I feel say you could hide make. But if people then they fed their living, when I not go stop them and the same complaint we talk. The same thing Kailan the complaint say they not get nothing. Even the head of the EOC where they put they say from where they open, inside with the inside, say from where they open the place, government not even get them 1 cent. And one private post you will get come where they make road, they want full of man. Now even go give them to the rest and have 15. I never understand, just like we think Tony when they say if running for all is simple, COVID problem, all this money where they can, just basic food for people there. All decided and so both have they complain, the same thing, go back they talk say they get nothing. So Usai, which one particular quarantine home, where they go point at least they were then the free. And yesterday after I really explained say then talk say after 2 weeks before one person to me a triple even with that explanation it doesn't mean it still not make any sense for they keep them people and they over and again. Now they create problem for themselves. All that time when they take for put post 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, it does no clinical problem advantage. I want anything because you can get privilege for accident. Ask them about that question if now W Health if now from the WHO that they recommend say if you don't quarantine everybody, if one person is after 14 days, if somebody gets infected, does it mean that you get for take 14 days if you test time before you go lose that person don't get infected? Let's say if I get infected with COVID today, it will take maybe 14 days for make the signs show. But is it that you have to take 14 days for you to know that if I'm positive or negative? So that's why they're not able to understand. In terms of the economy side, really the man although important, but to some extent, to me to some extent it makes sense even when it's to economics because essentially if America what in a bread and butter and job creation. If you create job, somebody is a teacher, yes, not to say no to but all African government get the highest jobs. If me a teacher or me a nurse, and again me is small, you don't give me that purchasing power, they for go buy to that where they sell paper in your bus, instead go don't sell, so they pump them back into the economy. But for say any government go kind of salon like okay expect they really sell like a jackatu so don't turn in a just waste of time. You expect say any government get for can we go pull it and that poverty the triple A. To me, I feel say it could be very, very, very difficult, Sometimes we just get for look at certain advantages instead of grumbling. You take advantage of what you want, like that Nigerian man. Women they grow Australians, this very not good, this very not. What did the Nigerian man do? He go buy something, he make a substitute, he begin make money because government not care for we. So we, the citizens, we forget for make effort for ourselves and try for friend we live in. It just sad saying they stop them money if you can't sell them food. And secondly, again, one that you see if you do na funkia, where I almost cry when they deprive the citizens the way they're winning for fend for themselves because of them through that they other falling at them now we pause it, they get chance to get like them fish. Those type of people that matter. But sometimes our people again they are lazy. People are just living the provinces, just can't sit on a free time, feel say without free time, go make in life. You did it, you're not getting an opportunity just to let them say you do free time. I think citizens also therefore do your part. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, I did live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, this is Mike. I come from Philadelphia.
Yes, Mike, you get 3 minutes. What's in your contribution?
Yeah, I want to ask you a question first before I start. What thing are this minister in past job? What thing are in resume? What thing you don't do before they get in this position?
According to what he talked today, now the MBD we write the SLPP manifesto. He was part of it. Maybe now Tony, let they continue. If Tony tell me because now be a neighbor, then I go able to tell you, but I don't know.
Okay. Okay. It's not the problem is with Salon, you know. They put people in position when they're not equipped for that position. They're not no way for work to that position. Now the problem is with Salon, you know. When they vet people into a position when they're not getting no skills, they're not qualified for that position. Now the problem is what makes Salon they go down, you know. All that position they are so now people wait equipped for them position there and they for the vet into their position they are, you know. Now you don't put Salon. People in get position when they're not qualified for them position and now we expect this man will not qualify for this position for create a miracle. And then it happen, you know. The miracle not come because the people that want to put in the position they're not qualified for the position, you know. This man needs to be fired, you know. Now the problem is, you know, President Bio, he's not strong. I'm not thinking a strong president this, you know, because this guy need to fire this guy, you know. They completely need to fire this guy, you know, because this guy, now President Bio depend on for improve the country, for develop the country, because that the money issue that they, you know, that the money, if they go put you in charge of any management position, after you assess everything, which you go on the country, you don't know who side will go. Because this is not complete, that complete disrespectful and disgrace businesses, you know. Eh? First of all, they come into power, they depend on education. Education, no, they create revenue. You know, there's no money making in education. Even if you do education, then for the long term than they, you know, they already know that one day. When they not shift over to agriculture, shift over to other things, you know. Everybody are not come for improve this country. They come for destroy women, man. You know. Then they complain say, they get bad economy from the past government. But how long you gonna complain for that? Now 2.5 years, so you don't do in power. 2.5 years, and you still complain, but somebody don't come on and power 2.5 years ago. If they give you a position as a manager, then you begin to complain about the person who come on a power, then they fire you because you're not competent enough to do the job. You know. They're not competent at all, man. They need to find out what is this guy last job. What he don't do. Because they create any situation for create jobs, you know. Education not they create economy. Yeah. I no contribution I no more. I don't want to hold up the line.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike. Thank you.
All right. Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yes. Top man, they call from London.
Yes, top man, you get 3 minutes.
Yeah, three people address this thing quick.
Yeah, you get 3 minutes.
You know, yes, within that minister say the honest truth for say Sierra Leone economic growth. No economist not denying within that minister say. The factor that I can give you them quick because time not if I may get away for me, you don't call Ali and for me don't able to express into details. We get 3 main factors that we for talk about. If Salon in GDP very low. In a poor country, Sierra Leone not able to generate income. Then, if Sierra Leone for come out of poverty the next 10 years, if we get economic growth in 2 digits, more than 10% every year. So Sierra Leone not able for come out of poverty right now the next 10 to 15 years. So what is in a true? Then Usman told me analyze the SWOT analysis for telling about the strength, the weakness, the opportunity, and the threat. What Usman Toli was analyzing and correcting. Any economics go agree say yes, there is a strength of what he say. But the fact of it, law be honest, law be truthful. If Sierra Leone want make Sierra Leone go before, like that statement what the man say now for Sidom, begin look what to call structural of the economy. The man right, something in the way a lot of people they talk, they don't know. Now when we get economics that we can't talk to, we win a political economics. If na real economics, if we can analyze them, we will agree to the man say Sierra Leone actually they in poverty for a period of time. But it can reduce the poverty. Poverty can be reduced. Now Sierra Leone got about 38% poverty. We can reduce until to like then 20%, 18% the next 10 years. But the standard of living of people will improve small. But still people will still set of people will still live on abject poverty. Job creation, then a bread and butter. That means you work, then pay you. But not job creation. Who said no one makes Sierra Leone focus by the minister and statement? How then we use this money, that the utilization of the money, because then getting money when a very good thing. Under economics, forget loan. Under GDP, we say you ever get investment or external debt. Nothing wrong with that. But now how you go use them? If you will get loan when some of them you need to pay debt, you need to pay no interest on them. Some of them you pay low interest. Not very good thing, not a bad thing. They improve the economy. But at the usage of the money, now things say I go focus on. But I can argue any economics, no economics no go deny for tell any Sierra Leone say the 10 years term the best economic go come and go improve alone poverty no we no go the day per poverty no. Because if we remember China from 1979 to 2010 and commodity, we see in a very long time all in GDP growth now be more than 2 digits. So you can forget that. And Salon no got the potential right now to start the 2 digits. But something in the way they don't do it good. But I don't know if they go put it into practice. For focus on revenue generation. Therefore focus on diversifying the economy, like tourism, fishery, agriculture. I don't know how they do them if they do it right. But if they the structural part of the economy. So I believe Usmatoli, Leone, Benam. The statement, yes, what is insert analyze them, we talk about the education. We got to improve education before we able to come up with poverty. It's not fact. But I don't know how then they do it the right way. So if you talk about you have to become poor economically, health one, people are not getting health, you talk about so all that is a factor. But the realities, and I really ready for defend this, no Sierra Leone no go tell me say waiting the man say wrong. It's correct. We'll get poverty for a while. Not to today this poverty get for done. It get to take more than 15, 20 years before we able to escape poverty. Because we get for improve the GDP, we get for get revenue generation. It mentions something when I'm excellent something. I don't know if not true. I will make come back. I don't know if not true. You see, it tell you about the deficit GDP ratio. They don't reduce them. That's very good thing that will not depend too much per with my again. Because now I say about 25%, then the deficit way to the GDP ratio. But we for reduce now like a 10% or 5%. That means to say we not get much for good length from anybody that we say get out. So if Usmatoli for me don't go further for give the man credit say na honest truth. Yes, it's not good for say, but na the honest truth Nandi. Now that name make we know. Not a good thing for say, but no say na honest truth. Now we accept them. Now begin think anybody who make salon better for accept that today. Begin think say we think will be your input. We go make salon go to Paris poverty for a period of time. One, a lot of people they pay tax. A lot. People in the overseas then get host salon and they pay tax. Yes, the government get responsibility, but we self we get property overseas, we for pay tax, we for register our property. So thank you very much. All
right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Bye.
Yes, caller, you're live on air. Your name and who you call from?
Yeah, this is Ayo, call from US.
Yes, Ayo, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Okay, the first thing I want from nipping the board, my radio scholar just said, we need to depend on what people learn as much as before. That's not true. If that is true, why would they go to IMF and World Bank them for money? Would they go to donor countries them for money? We still dependent on those people there. We still depend on them. Without those people, then probably the economy go crumble. So I don't understand what you mean by that. So we're not dependent on those people. We still depend on them. You know, and as far as they're concerned, they don't care what you they buy and they sell. Then are the interest then they after. You know, they're going to give me the loan. They'll be picking it or picking it and then go pay for them. You know, as far as poverty is concerned, the Westman them or the colonialists them, they don't left the country 59 years ago. The ship running away on arm. What do we do with them? How we navigate them for going at the smooth and shores. We can't go outside the waves there. So people know they come and try to twist facts. You know, the guys then from independence, they don't play that country and they don't continue the program. You know, that is obvious. You know, what do they talk? They talk to women at diaspora because they say most of us in diaspora know what thing they go on in that country there. They talk to the people in back home because some of them don't understand what thing they go on. You know, that makes them talk, you know, what's the way they talk? They care less about what we think we with the diaspora. because we understand the language when they talk. You know, we see don't talk, say we don't get out of poverty. And now why you don't tell people now say, when I put in a boots on, when I tell on a list, and when I ready for hustle. And all man day by himself. The way they think for that country, you know, because if they think for that country, they never they mismanage the country money. Like Tony and rightly said, you know, why you go take $143 million in dollars, they give you don't put them on one project. And if you put them on a project, say something $43 million will go to the rest of the Sheba. You know? But that's the problem in our country, people don't tend to accept them. And the corruption and the mismanagement for the past 59 years, I know crumble the cripple our country. Until people they get for realize that and state the obvious, I always follow before. That's my contribution.
Thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who side you call from?
Yeah, Triple A, Musa, and I call from Ireland.
Musa, you get 3 minutes. What's in your contribution?
Okay, thank you for giving this platform. Oh, Salo again. Yeah, we go again. No, I know they go against people, them, but I don't know what people in the say. People in the still say, not to 10 years' time, Mr. Leone could come back, we will come out from poverty. For 59 years. How could the talk say for say every time Mr. Leone will come up from poverty? For if we look about, let me just say example, Thomas Sankara. Thomas Sankara came to power, Burkina Faso, 1983 to 1987. Within 4 years, Burkina Faso was self-sufficient. He's telling people they say we're not going for a head. Salon for 59 years, we're going to 60 years. People still they talk say Salon, not to this government we can push Salon at poverty. I don't really understand, I don't get it. Why would Salon people who not go talk through? If no matter self, you get part of that politician, that government self, but talk for the people, not for yourself. Like me, so we not to participate. That's what I don't talk. We not to APC, we not to SLPP. We not talk through. Salon don't the suffer. Small country like that, we get all the mineral resources. If they tax people in the pay, even they then debt when they take from the World Bank, from the IMF. Now which they pay, now begin and they can't have to pay that money. That debt when they take to. Now they just do something for themselves. Because they don't prove nothing. So the people don't get no benefit, people in the suffer in that country. Even those basic necessities, Salon get water, light, hospital, inoti. Why we not talk through? If you look this administration, nobody know they and we better we somebody say in a sober-minded person or in a sober-minded minister. Even that minister of finance will talk. From before this coronavirus don't come, they don't take 2 years as a governor, but they don't do nothing. The price will go up every day. Inflation will go up every day. That person will go talk to 49 and the person he competent for it to have the job. No. Post you read and put you as a minister of finance. They able to do something for the inflation candle, for the price candle, but they don't care about that. Look, if the minister wouldn't go put as a minister of health, the man is not a doctor. You go person as a doctor, not a doctor. No people will get for land, put people who say a fit, which are the person qualified, be able to do the right job. No try for land this thing. Even then they say, and I will look one clip chef. I see the president bar. I don't know if in our family bar. They go red carpet day. Red carpet. You go to the family, you go pray red carpet for what? Even now, when you see somebody like that, even the prime minister, if you go to a farm, go to a farm. If you don't go to a farm, you don't know us. The people then are they didn't try to do something for people there. The people in the suffer. If in our water chef, light chef, or people tell them come with this. Now, Pakabata, na chef prices. All the people in the can have boku talk no more. Boku talk. They don't do nothing for the people there. This don't go on. Thank you very much, man.
All right, thank you. Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, Triple. My name is Koroma. I come from the United States.
You get 3 minutes, Koroma.
Yeah, Triple. I let small, but with the little information we I get, I just react. Somebody really asked about JJ Saffa outside the hook. JJ Saffa, I think the hook for I don't know if IMF or World Bank. Actually, he get a qualification for handle the ministry area handle. The only thing with the Sierra Leoneans and we expectation so much that when we make change, we expect say by now Salon for them be paradise, but it's far from possibility. One thing we can say, Salon they backward about 50-something years. So this will make any government take kind of power. Whatever sector is say it attack, believe me, you still get a bunch of the army will cry say no, it be for them begin for this, it be for them begin for that. Like this government they in power, not an exception actually. Education, you don't need for me rocket scientists for really say education will be dropped. So now the education maybe current government make in priority. The nation will get for begin yield the profit maybe like after 10, 15 years. But notwithstanding that, like somebody will make comments say, people in Thailand, they this, they that. Yes, of course. When this corona beyond the spread, after they don't make the lockdown, you can find out say, everybody will look surprised. How can corona go to Thailand? It go to Bombali. Whereas they don't see people in freedom. So at the end of the day, now security is not even talk about namely. Because like when they say, okay, food for move freely, then same driver, they be smuggle people in. That this will make, the secrets itself, they don't be travel to the country. Corruption in that country, not be like standing order. All them from here, we don't can, some people they cry, say, oh, they don't pay front workers, them, blah, 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 blah. Some people just say, being at this time, emergency. And it 10 days from America. And AAA, one thing when you are met, we get anti-corruption. We see on that. We insist we don't blow this to say, then get for the money to this funding. So I quite believe, say, you want them at the top. Then really they take them 10, for me to make sure, say, then release the money and at the right source. But, we really out, with the Gombo say, it's like the money work. AAA, I tell you for sure, as far as we concerned, this government, and they try and level best. But it just cannot say, it only reflects on the people. Then. Simply, people they talk say, no need for blame, it don't due for many governments to for blame, the past government. But I know it has to be like national anthem. It has to be national anthem. And the other thing that coming I put much one, we the diaspora anthem. More like we can when they support them party here. The sooner they win, good, we run away go. And when we don't go, maybe the least cookie one, as they come maybe not $5,000. That they help my country at all, they help. What me just say, we the diaspora and then, in as much as today, I really want this country to be better one. But who were able like promote the country? We get like a lot of businesses in our country. If we the diaspora and then we decide for go take management, maybe we even going to shares, that will make maybe at the end of the day, we retire going to the country. You don't need to get into politics. You go to earn whatever profits, you will not invest. Rather than for go put up politics. But honestly, AAA, majority of the diaspora that will sponsor politics, it's like a just business. But let me get for say, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Koroma. Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, I've signed on them. They call from London.
Yes, I'll sign. You get 3 minutes.
Yeah, thank you very much. The first thing I want to talk about is about the spread of the disease and how far they go now and the the work way the well-bodied people in the do. I think say all over the world we don't see say the numbers them don't they decrease. So it means something better they come, you know. So we therefore at least appreciate whatever the way they happen in our country at the moment, because they follow up the program, even though sometimes I know they call, but every year they listen. Yes, because throughout this week, yesterday you even talk see now one people and they die, which is good, and today we not get any death from the time where you give reports. So it means they on the right footing, because even UK with me there, England specifically, now the same thing, the death they go down, you know. So if the death they go down, then that is the most important in the way people for appreciate, you know, because mind you, they sick, not all the people that within a power go to Africa or Sierra Leone. And some of us we don't see the sick no day, and they understand from the plight within the come off from, because then they look at and say, nah, this part of the world is sick be don't they all the while. So if you go to Africa now, it means then they take and say, then just formulate things. But if you look at them in the other way, are we expecting the African government for Sidom and allow the government or the continent in Africa for go normalcy with them business, them while the America, the Europe, the Asia, you know, the Australia, and then they suffer on this pandemic? No, they're not going to do that. So if they get for lie safe, then go lie. Just for let them warrior, because now from there they get support. They will lie, just for let them warrior will say, oh, you see, those people let's have they short school, they short mosques, they short churches, they short this, they short that. Say, oh, you see, then they follow us. They self get the pain, you know. So let me thank at least God for way the death. We know we will get death today, and we see say the case don't they go down. I would wish that it continue like a so. Apart from that, the topic where you get, the only thing with me want to say no more than that, you know, they said, what belongs to Caesar, give it to Caesar. You know, we all know this. This is a common saying where people can say. At least, let me commend the government, because even the first orator where you get when I was Mantoli, he stated and clearly, say, for making you get loan from all these people, it means something. And that alone, we then do for build the confidence of these people. We give the loan to the Sierra Leone government back after we trust nobody again. I think that's one side where we need for praise the government in power. And what do we need for do? Somebody from UK before Kuruma, I think before Kuruma somebody be called. Okay, before Ayo somebody called. And what in that person talk? Really, they in line with them. What do we need for do now? I think we need for talk something about giving advice to the government, just like what you do then this just see when I think about Connaught Hospital. Giving advice to the government that please, this is what you need to do with this money. Because if Jusu Saffa get a bold confidence for talk na radio today about them money how they don't get to, then I am confident that they will do something with this money. I don't think they will do anything bad with this money. Because if you do bad with it, then I think at the end of the day, anti-corruption will get involved in the long run. But what do we need for talk about now? Let me talk about let the government use this money the right way. But for let we just they come on and they oppose. Even, you know, some people are not even able to oppose, but just because the policy will be one for Didi, not to Indidi. This is why we just they oppose. And you know, right, if we continue like this, it doesn't help things. It just they make things go worse. Because we all they come now with the talk now this radio program. But do you think what we are saying, these people are listening to us? Then get their own motive. Then get what they do. So not all dandy. Sometimes give them motivation. Say what you they do. We thank una for that. At least you give them motivation. Let them do more. But if you any do them do no more, you oppose. Nothing no day. I know specifically some people in this forum. Since I don't think you hear the word in the talk, they will never say good thing about what the current government they do. It is bad. Not all the right step down though they take people in. I think no, that's no more. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, Olusegun. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Yeah.
Yes, caller ID live on air. Your name and inside the call from, please.
Yeah, this is Omar. I call from Minneapolis.
Yes, Omar, you get 3 minutes, sir.
Yes. I guess a different take on this issue here. Sorry, I got my mask on here. I don't know if you hear me.
Yes, so they get you. Carry on.
Okay. So, me get different take on this situation or this stuff here way to go on. I think that man, they don't tell me the truth. Sometimes they wish I Leone say, I think you can talk with and tell me the truth. This man, I ain't see the whole way down dig at that place there. You know exactly what they talk about. In 59 years, we don't live on this struggle yet. Say to the way we overcome this. Now you don't see that whole day. Wait till we something we need for believer. I know some people go say yes, they bring optimism. But optimism they come with hope. Now this hope we don't get for 59 years. They will not able to cover the whole world. So people don't dig for we, or we self don't dig for we self. So we need for really listen to this man what he don't talk. Now man comment for don't bring come out because then I don't see the whole. Some man they see the whole, they're not even talk up. He come there, it become a pitfall for you or for we all. Now, what do you mean they try for say? Even last time, since I don't emphasize on this. IMF or any bank, you know, will give you money without then getting profit. All we need for do, and for counter that one, then for let them do something where we're able to generate income for we back or the people in Sierra Leone. Now that's not the main aim now. Yeah. So even when you go to a bank, you get bad credit. The give rate when a higher rate. So the bank will be willing to give higher money where you ask for. Now plenty money you want, yes, because that's the way they then make the money. First we get good credit, it will get low, you know, low like money where they lend. So what thing they do, maybe they take small. Or even if it's for but they willing people bad credit, money, because you know see they lend at higher rate. A profit for them. And then put stringent, you know, criteria then for them money and they are then forget them. Especially if you not even bring collateral or something where you go stand is we you take this money, you go pay for them. Or if you not pay for them, that thing they then go take, they replace. The problem in Sierra Leone. All they need for do not for invest their money. But look, all the money they owe them on the take, they're millions. If not two things that for the able address and that for the able address. Even if not to every side, but let's say Freetown or Kenima, therefore that address then they would then millions and they would then borrow. So you go really know say money will take place at that place. We get problems. But I really commend the man for they come out and talk say yes, now that can hold and we get by that country. And it go take, or maybe it go be with great picking that will go come for can solve that problem. So now me on take it on there.
Thank you very much, Omar. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, my name is Brahma. I call from New Jersey.
You get the platform, Brahma.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. Me want to start for. Yeah, I'm coming. I want to start for tell the frontline workers and the nurses and other healthcare workers there because for the thank them every day. Thank them very much for the good work they do. And again, we will continue to employ people and say, let them listen to the advice that they give them. Then I come to the topic. Again, the reason is will make Mickey always doubt or are skeptical of IMF and World Bank. Because they do the same two way PCB day. Say we get 10% growth. This almost percent goes to get this, that. But all them go down in the top box, you need to see, you need to reflect to the ordinary people in lives. Instead of that, now inflation they go up, things they become expensive. People don't get job. So now I make me not pay any mind for say the economy go by this percent. Me not care about any. Now put on to
the common man waiting in care about the price of goods, if you get jobs. So long as then anything happen, whatever forecast we give, it make no sense to me. Then one. The second part of it, waiting the minister say Salon a poor country, I categorically reject that particular statement. Salon not a poor country. Now because we need to manage with resources the more we get. For example, we are in Rwanda. Rwanda, they get a genocide around that same early to mid-90s, when we still get a civil war. And we get more resources than Rwanda. Look, Rwanda, they produce, they make phone, mutuka, and other things. Because they get good leadership. We don't get good leadership. Now, I make we continue to carry it. So I reject that statement. It's Salon not a poor country, based on waiting we get. So I don't know, now I make the people are more than put in them particular position and they, because of one reason or the other. Now then they fail me, because if you get that kind of pessimistic view there, when how the country will progress. So now my contribution, and thanks very much. I continue for listening.
Thank you very much, Brahma. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
Waiting we dey talk about now. Waiting me one focus on. Now the Minister of Finance in statement. Poverty don't deal with we for some time. Poverty is still there, and poverty go deal with we in time to come. You for know when you get lunch, you for know when you get dinner. Now that one that this government they crave for. That is perfect. Now then we want to make this government crave for. But however, if you listen that first part where over $300 million now get for come inside, he don't tell we say the money don't begin come already. This is not the person where they control with money. And if the person where they control with money, when in be the outside, the number one say, Tolongbo no go sidaya because angry bokun. And the other side be the try for explain nothing. He say that mommy where they sell the cookery, that woman na market, that mommy na market, not to that one day then they understand. Now their livelihood, now in them one for no bots. That was campaign time. Now he has the job. Now they tell we say Salon be don't pull from them. We pull right now, and we go continue for be poor for a long time. And we say, oh, now the hard fact, not true that one day, we for accept the true. You think, say, when election time come, this particular word we talk so, it go get my talk, huh? If election time, let's say, now be election time, it go talk with it talk so. Eh? He go talk, huh? He is telling us he just received over $300 million. Then he tell you back say we get for deep and poverty for a long run. If not election time, will he say that? So for we, where they support the statement say yes on an economical point of view, now the true he talk. Oh, because no to election time now. Now the time for talk the true. When election time be there, all he was shouting was, "Nam could cream a me, no why a dandy." Always to na the expense so no to him. Then why not for Sidonaya? That was his explanation. But now, when it in our inside, we supposed to accept, say, yes, that's good talk. Eh? We supposed to accept now, say, that's good now talk. Not to say they go spend money. Money don't come. Money don't come. Even when they ask and say, this loan, yes, the loan without interest, they find the $143 million. Then they ask and say, so how long the loan get for last? Then they say 10 to 15 years and we are fine with it. Eh? And we are fine with it. 10 to 15 years. They're fine with her. But again, and another party say, say people in the try for make IMF drop some loan them, maybe something, this self then go drop them. Loan will just go take 9 and go drop. The one will just go take 9 and go drop. You get a house full of malnutrition. People them way kwasheko. People them. You get a house way full of them. Right? People them, they inside it. Then everybody, they outside. The person way they inside, they try for talk to them people there say, you know it's in. I they do my best, I they try for mix the milk for now this and this, and so I think so now for it and waiting. You there outside. You there outside, you say, no, he's not doing the right thing. Not to the right thing they do. He needs to get out of there. He's not doing the... Then say, Paddy, go na do. Paddy, you go inside. When you come inside, now you get money back. Then we come, you can look all the one them way lanky. You look at them paying, you tell them, say, when I get for them at this state and condition for the long term. Because waiting do, the milk code and be the go now, not correct. But me don't come. But even because of this kind way, na this so, I think say, we go de param. What do you think say the one they within a dogo say? Say na to go talk. You know say yourself come out na do. That particular statement, na the true, na the lie, it's unfortunate. He not supposed for talk am. Na so me triple say. Based on evidence, based on fact, based on, you name it, based on economic term, you know why you're not supposed to talk? If it be say somebody that was not in campaign mode, somebody will not be done chase after the previous regime, somebody will not be done be of a loud person. If Naim be talking so, sometimes we'll say, okay, you know it in, maybe, say not been there and maybe, but this man was there. He been there. What if now based on waiting he say, now people let me trust them that thing they say, you know it in, there people are letting her come out first. Make this particular administration kind side because they don't tell us say they're going to fix. Now he's saying not because saying they can't alleviate poverty. He's saying they can't reduce them. But again, true or not true, you're not supposed for talker. Not after he don't receive over $300 million. And this is the same person. Imagine, this is not the same person who they ask and say, quarantine host them. Then they cry and now they say, I don't want to go yonder utuna. I don't want to talk anything about administration. He say, when they come to me, they request, I give them. Then they ask and say, so you give, you know the follow up? You know the follow up? Now so you just, they give the money? Not to make the same thing. Now they can't tell we say they don't pay 6.5 billion. 6.5 billion. Now they can't tell we. Then at the end of the day now, he say paid. When the one day now we grab, the dental and the nurses, then they grab say, this one, not so, they're not in, we can name people when they're not. Now the tenor, they can say, no, it's an ongoing process. The other term, na 98.1, where they say, oh, it's a bloated economy. Look, when I don't create this job, create that job, even the one them where they work as ambassadors and deputy ambassadors, when I create that, na better money that day, $6,000. $6,000, now nothing to government cover. That's what he said. That's what he said. And I want to make you to pay attention when JJ Saffa they talk. The one the way they drop. Now then ki ebi pass the good one the way they talk. The one the way they drop. The one them. And the same thing goes to you, Sierra Leone. We're still playing politics. We still they play politics. Because me think, Abide Salon, just before the election, when IMF and the previous administration, they get tussle. All that tussle, now because of fuel subsidy, for me them pull them, that ended. Because of that. They refuse because then if we say that one they go hurt them during the election. So they refuse. So it was all about politics. Now it's new man's turn. All of a sudden, no, IMF be don't vex by the one day because of that fuel subsidy, because they say the government's not supposed for the take. You know how much subsidy way IMF because of the condition where they go take money there. You know how much thing the world don't suffer for? You know how much? Which kind of social safety net we Sierra Leone gets? Show me. For people in way where they live under that poverty line where don't tell we say we go there for a long run. Which social safety net will get? Which one? Eh? We don't. Which one they see people where they not get? Pass you see them cannot get, them can bake. Which center you see that they go, then go take food. Which center then they go, then go get them. You go say, hey, government not get that kind of money. So now you make, we for create, now you make them subsidy then they cushion the effect on the people of Sierra Leone. Then subsidy then they, where IMF think it's our say, why una get for pay? Now una they drag food for pay. So why even una they pay subsidy for the people there? Even the previous regime, now all that tell them is the fair price and begin compare say anybody once you buy motorcar for able buy fuel. That was the argument by then. Even when this wire come back after everything, where they begin romance with IMF. I'm yet to see the day where they go collect money. We go really fix one thing, one them basic thing then at the country. Now me could remind them ya. So with all the money I don't come, do ya make we able point per something say this for COVID-19, then thing the way happen so now this na bring her. Eh? You hear that part where it talk say where maybe they say, well, because of the money, and I say, no, the money there now. So money is not a problem. Now for spend them, that's not the issue. Waiting for prioritize, that's not the issue. You go on say yes. Oh, salon problem too beaucoup. Government not go able to do everything. We not ask government for do everything. Or me no they ask government for do everything. Me I know they ask government for do everything. However, I they ask government for try for fix to one thing where it go fix in a sustainable manner. Where not away in or left, the thing left with them. Not away he left with them. Where he left, it go still able for points. Who created NASIT? Who created NAXA? Eh? You able points by then and they are still there. But from the previous regime to this one. Because what we are talking about system where for bring money, where they bring kofa come to government. You go and say, oh, this government don't they try people and they pay tax. At the end of the day, who that tax they end up at? Now the final consumer. Then the tax they end up at. You go Wataki, my dear. This past December. Yeah? Something where clear. for certain amount. This past December, 5 million added to the price. 5 million. Now in the add by the price. Now what's a key? Because waiting to government want money. So if you say, if me self I want to say Latin day, now 5 million we added, I not go add and day back for make I get me money. You not feel so? Eh? Ha. No. We need the government of Sierra Leone for do right. And we need the president. And also we get economists then now we don't can say yes, he correct. But they are JJ Saffa, make you go let go talk to the president back. Because the president in last address we go address parliament. If I don't tell we say we are in this poverty for a long run. But when the president be they talk about the economy, he not tell we say we get for this poverty for a long run. No. He not be tell we that one day. And when the president keep going to parliament to the different departments, all man they can submit. Waiting they don't do, waiting they expect for do. Now they can't lay a table to the pa. So when you go. So why not be don't tell and say pa, you need for tell and say poverty be done this alone. So this way then they expect we for come. Even inside the interview, he say sometimes we go able to work magic. He say sometimes we go able to work magic. Really. In Sierra Leone. It's unfortunate for make the Minister of Finance after he don't receive over $300 million. It tells say we get for them in poverty for a long run. And when in be the same person, like I said, based on him being the same person, we be they talk about bread and butter, and the bread and butter when be they talk about they say, Mami ami, we de na da kukri bafa. Da mami we de na market not to that one day one yeri. Weti one yeri na for say the price of kukri don't go down. You get beef now by in kukri. If you be the follow salon politics, tell me say not to so you be the talk. Tell me. But now, when they say bread and butter, you say, oh, na job creation. So from that Bami Army, we want for see beef on top in plazas. Now to job creation. Eh? No. Like I said, if economically self correct, if I don't left in chest. Because what you do, now then they make the policies them. We for make the country they in poverty for a long run. If you were they make the policy for make the country they in poverty for a long run, can't tell me say the country get for they in poverty for a long run, then I need for catch bait. We need for find somebody we go can't tell we say the country they in poverty for a long run, or we go swell I am. Eh? Because at the end of the day, when election thing for come, me I get this so any side we go where they talk. Now this will go for the play for remind people like what be don't tell we. So if you know say we get for day in poverty for a long run, do you when election thing come? Not talk. Not talk. Not talk. Just left the talk so no more. Just observe. Because if you don't tell Miami say go get beef on top in plazas. Now you say we don't pull from 10, we will continue for pull. We they look for person we no go can't get grip at that podi. After I don't collect them money here. We go talk from January to December. Light, water, the healthcare system. Look the day work out, Dr. Balde Naya. We don't talk about Connaught Hospital done. All man they receive now. Even to NGO, international NGO, then gets almost waiting $23 million. We don't want back where Auditor General in report can come on. We can begin to say na this, na dande, na this, na dande. No. You go say, oh yes, the cool be there now will be the talk. Be there now the talk. And the best we want for Salone. And the best we want for Salone. And the best. And if the minister be don't tell we say the way how the system dey, Salone be don't dey in poverty, Salone dey in poverty now. So now because of this, and this we don't do, now you go make Salone not dey in poverty for the long run because of this we don't do. But for me the minister tell we say we did it for a long run. Now 5,000 meters there or 10,000 meters. I don't think we're ready for it. We don't even get the energy safe first. For even go 1,000 meters for that long run day before we say 5,000 or how many miles. Now one green Salone we get. Do ya? Mr. Minister, if na slip of tongue safe, just think about it. If na the true self you talk, that true day, you just hold on to yourself no more. Based on what you be done, they tell we before. Which means if you be no say, Miami no get forever get that beef for top in plazas. You be no that day. So you lie to we. Yes, because he say Miami go get beef on top in plazas. Now I can't tell we say we be don't poor, we dey poor, we go continue for be poor. So you lie to we. So now I make what you be don't talk today, but what can I the line? Because that one day, now I make you get a position there now. So now that line there you forfeit for waka. But this one way, you inherit the name, Minister Bread and Butter. Bread and Butter because that's what you were saying. That's why you be the talk. Now wait time don't reach now the bread and butter now, I don't get explanation so. The last they save butter now the low fame mayonnaise. Hey. We hope for the best for Sierra Leone. We hope for the best. We hope for the best. Because sometimes you wonder, say, who side Salone they go? But again, never lose hope. No lose hope. Go be well. Go be well. Let's just continue for speak up. Let's continue for speak up. Even though don't they talk from one quarantine stories to the next. Before they change people the way they work safe now, the EOC now the name then change. And say no, well, now look at it, let's pull and force from EOC to NACOVAC. May God help Salone. We go there back tomorrow. All we want for our beloved country, now the best. Now the best we want. Who say you dey? Continue for do it in the well body people and they say. Wear the face mask. Make sure say you wash your hand. And stay alive. So that we all go able meet up again. For make we able see we safe and say, yeah, we beat COVID-19. Don't forget the life day after Corona. Where you go only enjoy that life day. Where you do it in the well body people and say right now. Till we meet again. Triple say, tata.